All things are possible for those who believe. So you see how I was prepared from when I was 16 till now to survive and thrive after being shot. But right after the shooting, the amazing hand of Providence moved into action. There are two major teaching hospitals in Montreal, the Montreal General Hospital and the Royal Victoria Hospital. Walter, my partner, was taken to the Royal Vic. The doctors, nurses, and staff there were experts in their field for his injuries. I was taken to the Montreal General, and the doctor that performed my surgery for my particular, the seventh facial nerve being severed, is world-renowned and teaches on facial nerves. Every aspect of that event was overshadowed by divine providence. And even the doctors in the ER, the amazing things that happened, and the people, the eye doctor that was there who assisted me, it changed his life forever when he experienced my faith. And he wanted to know and pray with me before we started even treatment while I was in the hospital. And I know the doctor in the ER never saw a woman police officer in such great shape, because after they cut off my uniform, his eyes bugged out of his head. As I had said, I was training for the SWAT team, so my biceps were bigger than most guys on my shift. And so my body was in a really good shape, and the doctor, his eyes showed that. Every aspect of my healing after that event, because I chose to go the holistic route. I got led to therapists, top in their field. In Montana, I was in Montreal at the time, I connected with people in Montana that were world-renowned for the facial injuries that I had sustained because of the shooting. So I was able to avoid 3 more surgeries and truly heal at deep levels. Now that's one thing I would like to share with you, is that when you go through an event like this and your body gets really broken, your spirit is affected, your soul is affected, everything you've lived in your life up until that moment is in your face. Like this. Not like this, like this. And so I had had a really intense childhood. To put it in one word, horrific. And that was in my face, needing to be dealt with. Not just what the shooting had created. And every other event. And I'm still going through those layers 20 years later. When I decided to become a professional speaker and share with you the stories of my life, these unresolved issues came up and almost paralyzed me. Some mornings, it would take me 4 hours just to get out of bed. And I had thought I had gone through all those layers. Yet, it's like an onion. You peel off the first layer, you peel off the second layer, then you keep cutting and your eyes start getting, you're tearing and you're crying, and the closer to the core you get, the stinkier it becomes and the harder you cry. So I realized that because of my momentum with healing and choosing the holistic route, that this was a good thing. And so that I went with it and realized that I had earned the right, as my psychologist says, to be there at that point. And I realized that my coping mechanisms in the past, which would have been to escape this level of intensity of feeling, were no longer there. And that's why it was so painful, because I was actually experiencing it here and now again, as if it just happened. But without the drugs, without the drinking, without the escapism, without going here, without going there, being with my soul and heart and saying, okay, what do we do with this? and then reaching for the divine solution. Because for that kind of pain and that kind of hurt and that kind of fear that is created from what I call experiences based in unreality, you need divine intervention. Grace and mercy is the only way. Forgiveness, truly forgiving, truly letting go is the only way. A good friend of mine spoke about forgiveness, and we always hear the term forgive and forget. Forgiving is for giving. Forgetting is for getting. So when you're able to really forget and be able to forgive so that you can forget, doesn't mean you don't remember the lesson, doesn't mean you start trusting the person that did this horrendous event. It means that you're able to forgive them for being who they are and unable to be a better person. So you forget it, you let it go. That's what forgetting is. It's letting it go. And I would note for everyone here that the hardest person to forgive and forget is yourself. And you can never, ever forgive and forget with someone else, truly, until you're able to do it with yourself. And that is the hardest journey of all. And I've heard my daughter so many times say, Mom, just forgive yourself. Stop beating yourself up. And that's what we do. So look at the way you treat yourself, because the chances are you're treating other people like that. So my parting words for you would be kind and compassionate with yourself, and allow yourself to experience where you are, no matter how painful, so that you can truly enter into that pain. Because as they say in most spiritual realms, bliss is truly on the other side. Thank you.